Okay, I haven't changed yet. I gotta get gas in 44 miles, and then I'll change, and then it'll be really official. But yeah, now it's now I can go. Boots on the ground. It's very windy out. That's what I've learned so far, is that it's very, very windy. Ugh, no one's got time for this. I'm going the speed limit. Yeah, anywho, so, what was I going to say? Going boots on the ground now. It's exciting. I have not been boots on the ground since, technically, well, actually, let's be technical. Late December, maybe? Which is crazy. I think I might have gone, actually, between Christmas and New Year's, maybe. I think I did. I did go like 3 weeks into January, maybe somewhere around there, and yeah, I got pictures up of that one, but it was snowy. However, I have learned also the pain of retrospect and hindsight, and it hurts in the moment, but after the fact, it's just like so much more worse, honestly. So much more worse. I lost my train of thought. It's ridiculous. How do I lose my train of thought? I had to go back, but I remember now what I was talking about. My last boots on the ground was like, it didn't have to happen. That's what I was saying. In retrospect, now that I reflect on what happened, it didn't have to happen. And it's multiple levels of didn't have to happen. One, I don't think it was the right area anymore. So like, I don't even think I was trying to get to the right spot. So that's a bummer. And then two, I don't think that I took a wrong turn, but I do think a GPS told me to take a wrong turn, and that I listened to the GPS. So like, technically, did I take a wrong turn? Maybe, but not of my own accord. And so it's definitely what happened, and it does that a lot when I arrive at midnight, especially, or like when it's pitch black out. It's hard to see road signs that might overrule what the GPS is telling me. But the GPS told me to go a certain way, and there was a lot of snow, there was a lot of ice, but even after what happened to me happened, I still like went on, and I still got like 98% of my way to like where I wanted to be. And like, that area was just, I couldn't get there. It was too snowy. And like, now I don't even want to get there. It doesn't feel right anymore. It's probably another problem I have. I bounce around too much. But yes, the point of that story is that I drove all night. I think I got there at like 3:30 a.m. Not even there yet. I got to the place in question, which was just it was a hill that I don't ever remember going up, that had just complete and utter snow. And simultaneously, as I hit the snow, I also made the decision that like, this road is wrong, and one, I don't know if I can clear it, and two, I don't think I want to clear it. Like, it's not worth the risk. I don't even think I want to go here. And so I did I did the worst possible thing, is that I stopped, and then I did the next worst possible thing, is when it started like slipping off to like the side, like I started turning my wheels to try to stop it, and that just created new like tracks, and then it just embedded me, and that like every time I would go like a quarter of the inch back, I would go like an inch to the left. And I mean, yeah, if you haven't seen it, I like my left front tire is definitely suspended over nothing, like maybe like a 6 foot cliff side, which isn't a cliff, it's like an embankment. It's like a 6 feet embankment, just big enough that if I were to fall down, I'm pretty certain I would have ended up on my back. just because that's just what would naturally happen, because it's just like that perfect distance where I just don't think you can do anything else. And I get so frustrated in the moment that like I was like, yep, we're either backing out or we're flipping. And luckily, rational thought at some point just told me to stop. Because yes, left tire completely over. Back left tire, like that far from being over the edge. And then, yeah, the wrong turn's going to come back into play because the tow truck driver, I call it Will. I can't imagine probably like being my girlfriend and getting some of the text messages that she's got, or being in some of the situations that she's been in. Like one of the first times I'm going camping, I wasn't going camping, I was going hiking, and I told her I was only going for a mile, and somehow that turned into me not returning home, or not returning to my car, my battery going dead, and yeah, that's when I saw the bear. I couldn't make it back, and I had to sleep, and I got a double ear infection. It was a whole saga, but I moved past it. But like, she had to deal with that, and then I was very emotional in the moment, and the first thing I texted her was, OMG, it's so bad. It's so bad. And it was like 3:30 a.m. and so I'm like, I had to wait for her to see it, which was surprisingly quick. And I'm chilling in like the driver's seat, this seat, and like I am legit nervous that I'm like, I feel it teetering. And so then I get into the right seat, and yeah, 3:34 a.m. Starts to help me with getting a tow truck, which there is not a tow truck within, I think he ultimately came more than an hour away, and my GPS was working, but it showed the last thing that I did, which was the road that I was supposed to be on, and then the bad thing that I did, which was the road that I turned on, and I gave her both, but I gave her one of them first, and then I gave her the second one second. And she found a tow truck guy, she gave him the first one, she gave him the second one, but he'd already started coming, and so by the time he saw the second one, he'd already gotten to the point where like he didn't have service, and so then he looked for me for like an hour and a half, and he didn't find me. And then he had to go back to a point where he had service, and he got the second location. He's like, okay, we're going to try again. And so like 6:30 a.m., 7:30 a.m., somewhere in there is when finally the tow truck comes. And then he hooks around a tree, and he gets winches, and I learned that my car has a little thing that pops off the back, and then a little thing that screws into it, and then the tow truck chain like hooks into it, and then that's what pulls it back. Now, my car has not felt the same since this saga unfolded. Could have been many things. It could have been mad, it could have been ice, it could have been rocks, who knows. Which is why I'm kind of excited to get boots on the ground, because I'm gonna really I'm gonna go fast at some point, just to try to get new spark plugs, just to try to fix those, work those in maybe. I don't even know what that means. But yeah, so he came with his grandson. I liked him too. I liked them a lot. They got me out, and then I went on to my journey, and it took me like 2 hours to get where I wanted to go, because I was very cowardly in my driving from that point onward. And then I finally got to where I wanted to be, just to find that it was like the worst area that I'd seen so far with snow, and I'm like, I can't do it. And then it's, I don't know, noon at this point, and yeah, I think I gave up, and I went home, and I went home immediately, which means I think I was in my car for like 48 hours straight, like in the driver's seat or the passenger seat. And so that's the last time I put boots on the ground, which I don't think counts because I didn't put boots on the ground. I just put 3 wheels on the ground. That's what I did there. Yeah. All right, that's it. I gotta go. We're at 10 minutes, so that really TikTok's making me go. But yeah, Bye.